All right, back in with another bopper, Super Bob Bop, and today we got some OGs in the building today. Of course, let me introduce it. We got the MOSIN Nagant. Of course, everybody in the gun community knows about the MOSIN Nagant, knows about the MOSIN Nagant's reputation. We also got, yes, a KAR98K. Yes, beautiful, beautiful artillery. Beautiful artillery. We're gonna get into, there's so many, but there's so many videos on MOSIN Nagant versus KAR98K. There's so many videos out there. We're just gonna take a slightly different approach on which one you should buy and which one you should look out for. So let's get into it. Now, when it comes to buying military surplus rifles or older rifles, you have to inspect them properly. Make sure there's no rust. Look at it and see if it's all straight. Now, if you just want to just buy any random MOSIN off the shelf, don't care, you can find that all day long. But if you actually want to find a MOSIN with all matching numbers, like everything about this MOSIN I got, all matching, from the bayonet, which is the original bayonet, to the bolt, to the hex, everything, to the even the bottom of the magazine well, everything is matching numbers. You know, same thing with this KAR98K. Everything here is matching numbers. And of course, the KAR98K shoots at 7.9257 Mauser. So that is that's a big cartridge. You know, that was going crazy back in the World War I and World War II era. That was going crazy, and that's when it became the standard. I do like the KAR98K. A lot of people do. You know, games make this gun popular, and this is really as German as it gets. It's a beautiful. I ain't gonna lie. This is a really beautiful gun. This is like the Mercedes-Benz of World War II battle rifles. Just look how pristine it is. Like, beautiful rifle. One thing I love about these old rifles is how, look at the markings. Like, that's beautiful, man. That's amazing. But one thing I like about these old rifles is it tell you when it was made, it tell you what factory it's coming, to tell you the year this was made. I think this was 1938. I think it's a 1938 Mauser, if I'm not mistaken. I know it says somewhere on the action. Yeah, this was made in, yeah, you can't see it right there. Yeah, let's get to, oh yeah, this is my brother's gun. You know, shout out to my brother. He let me use this gun for the video. This is not mine. So let's get into this one. MOSIN Nagant. Okay, now this is mine. This is a mini rifle, but this one's mine. So when it comes to the MOSIN Nagant, one thing, again, what I do like about these rifles is it tells you the year this was made. This one was made in 1925. You can't see it, but this is the oldest gun in my collection. 1925. And the amazing thing about it is people that make these rifles are long gone. And it, you know, so these rifles tell a story. Now, one thing about the MOSIN Nagant, it's way heavier than the KAR98K. It's longer than the KAR98K. And in my opinion, it shoots more brutal than the KAR98K. But the MOSIN Nagant, it just has a story, man. You're talking about a rifle that has been adopted since it's been created. You know, you have a rifle that was made in 1891, bro. 1891, and it's still in service with militaries today, bro. We've seen the conflicts that's going on in Ukraine and in Europe, so we're not going to get into that. That's a whole different video. But, and the fact that this gun is still in use. Now, granted, the KAR98K is still in use too. All right, so when it comes to the MOSIN Nagant, if I was you guys, if you want to buy one of these, I would definitely try to get a hex receiver. Now, the round ones aren't bad, but I know a lot of the round ones were like during the war, and I heard that sometimes the quality on the round ones can be kind of still a good rifle, but they can be kind of now some people said there's no difference, but personally, if you want something that's like prime MOSIN, you got to go with the hex. Like, the hex is the way. Like, so that's what I wanted. And like I said, a lot of the earlier MOSINs have hex. A lot of the later models have the round. So, and look at the mark. Like I said, this is history, bro. Both these rifles are history. The people that originally made this in Germany, they're no longer here. The people that made this in Russia, no longer here. And the fact that both of these guns are still on the battlefield today, like with the KAR98K, they still use that like in Afghanistan and in the Middle East. And with the MOSIN Nagant, they're still using that gun in Ukraine and Russia conflict, bro. So both of these guns are really battle proven. All right, let's talk about the food that make these things go boom. So when it comes to buying ammo for both of these guns, I'm not gonna lie, buying ammo for the MOSIN Nagant, it's easier. A lot of people have it, is cheaper, you know, way cheaper, and is non-corrosive. When it comes to KAR98K, not too many people make non-corrosive ammo for the KAR98K. Personally, when you're buying old guns like this, I'll definitely just stay away from corrosive. Why not? These are old rifles, even though they still work and they would still go boom across for ammo. If I was you, if they just make non-corrosive, just spend the extra money for non-corrosive. It's less of a headache. All right, so which one's softer to shoot? Now, these are both, World War II guns, and they both got some kick to it, but I ain't gonna lie, the KAR98K is a little bit smoother to shoot. The MOSIN NAGANT is I ain't gonna lie, this is a beast. This is one heck of a gun. This is a beast of a gun. It's brutal when you shoot these things, and you got to think the fact that kids and women back in Stalingrad were using these guns to fight off Germans, and that's something. Look at the stocks. That's nothing but metal. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but metal. Same thing here. So when it comes to the action, look at that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. KAR98K has the better action. It does. I'm sorry. I love my MOSIN. Oops, sorry. I love my MOSINs, but the KAR98K, look at that, bro. Look at that. That's part of bad on this point. No, but on some real stuff. When it comes to the action, to KAR98K for the win. To get this thing fluid, you gotta oil it down, but out the box, KAR98K has the better action. KAR98K is actually lighter too versus the MOSIN. Of course, the MOSIN has a way longer barrel. Now they do have different barrel. They do have different variants of MOSIN Nagants. Of course, they got the PU, and then they got the I think it's called the infantry one. I think I'm not too sure what it's called. The carbine. It has a shorter barrel, and then I think this is pretty much standard. Then you got the KAR98K sniper, which I can't remember their designation. So forgive me. Y'all know. Drop it in the comments. Which one should you buy? Now, I'm not gonna lie. If you see a MOSIN Nagant and you see a KAR98K in the store, both in good condition, get the KAR98K. Because when it comes, I've been to a lot of gun stores, and you really don't see KAR98Ks in gun stores. You really don't, especially one with all matching numbers, and especially you just don't see it. When it comes to MOSIN Nagants, even with a MOSIN Nagant, you really won't see one with all matching numbers like that. They're out there. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's way more common to find a MOSIN Nagant versus a KAR98K, because you got to think they made almost, I can't remember the exact number, but they made almost like 10 million, 18 million of these guns. Like, they had made so many MOSIN Nagants. You got to think a gun that was made since 1891, and I think they stopped production in 1972, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but somewhere in that area. So this gun has been in service for a really, really been made in a really long time. So they made a bunch of them. But when it comes down to which ones you MOSIN it is and where it was made, because they actually made MOSINs out here. Remington actually made MOSINs out here. And I know there's different type of MOSINs. I know you have the finished MOSIN, which if you see a finished MOSIN and a KAR98K in the same store, I'm not gonna lie, you gotta go with the finished MOSIN, because the finished MOSIN is better than your standard MOSIN. You know what I'm saying? It has better action, has better sights. So, but we're not going to get into the finish versus KAR. This is more Russian made versus German made. So if you see a Russian MOSIN, you see a German rifle or KAR98K, just get the KAR98K, because you can always find a MOSIN. Now, when it comes to the MOSINs are tricky though. When it comes to the MOSINs, you're going to find one. Almost every gun store kind of has one, but it's the quality of MOSIN that the gun store has. Like, the gun store might have like 10 MOSINs, but some might be mixed batch numbers. One might be missing the bayonet. One might be jacked up. And out of that 10, probably 2 have all matching numbers in good condition. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to buy one and you kind of want to gamble which one you can come back and see, personally, I would just say just get the KAR98K. You can always find you a MOSIN. So, and this is coming from a guy who loves the MOSIN. I love the MOSIN guns. I love how they made. I love how they shoot. But you can't deny the KAR98K. Like, the Germans did a really good job making this rifle. Like I said, this is a really beautiful rifle. And so is the MOSIN Nagant in his own way. It's a very beautiful rifle. One thing I like about these older rifles is just look at the wood. Like, look at the craftsmanship on the wood, bro. Just look at the craftsmanship. And like I said, the wood tells a story, man. Like, when you buy these old guns, don't worry about so much the cosmetic things, because, again, it's an old rifle. You know what I'm saying? This, rifles that got these markers on it, it shows character. Same with the KAR98K. Like, it just has a lot of character to it. You know what I'm saying? Just a whole lot of character. And I just love the wood, man. So, usually when it comes to these guns, usually I just kind of just take them out, put a nice little oil on it just to keep everything ripe and nice and ready to shoot when I take them out. And yeah, but one thing I do like about the MOSIN is this thing is loud, bro. This is like a, how can I put it, bro? This is like a V8 with pipes on it or a V10 with pipes on it, bro. Because when you shoot a MOSIN, it shuts the range down. Like when you're shooting this thing, whoever's next to you, they might hate you because these things just shoot loud, especially the MOSIN. Like this thing just, bow. But like I said, I just love it. You know, I love popping out to the range with this because people look at me like I'm crazy. Like, what this man doing with this gun? It's like a musket. Big old musket. Just gamble. If you just get the KAR98K, because you can always just come back and find the MOSIN. So, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching. And see what other reviews y'all want, even though y'all didn't ask for this review. But that's okay. Please watch it. That's all I want you to do. Just watch it. Just watch it. You know, you ain't doing nothing else. Watch it when you on your lunch break. And yeah, but for people that want to get into this world, and because when it comes to the gun community, the more guns you buy, the more your taste kind of changes. So even though you're putting out into these rifles yet, but in time you'll get to appreciate the craftsmanship. The fact that both of these guns, probably not these rifles in particular, but both of these rifles have fought against each other in one of the most deadliest battles in history, and we have them here in America today. You know, like if these guns could talk, I wonder the story they would tell. You know, had these guns seen combat? You know, now granted, mine probably hasn't, since it still has the matching bayonet, because usually most of the guns that have seen combat, the bayonets are gone. And if the bayonet's not secured properly, you can shoot the bayonet off. The MOSIN Nagant, I've done it. Trust me, it's pretty funny when it flies off. But yeah, both beautiful rifles. Both beautiful rifles. But if you could, just get both. You'll love both. You'll love to shoot both, and you get to appreciate the craftsmanship of what Germany and Russia were trying to do back in the 1800s. So again, this is 1800 technology. So again, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned.
Money bag, money making hits.
He start running, we won't chase him. Halloween, take his mask off, we gon' face him. Extinguisher, soon as we spot him, we gon' blaze him. Let it slip up off the hip. If he ever try to play us, can you dig that? Bitches that'll ride for me, my brothers are mine and keep, don't need no. Ain't got no time for me, real niggas is slide for me. I understand how broke, but just keep on finding me. No nickel or dime for me, I'll choose to die for me. Ain't nothing stopping me, I'm trying to see what they got for me. Hey.